Welcome to Lydia's Plate. I'm a stay-at-home mom who is homesteading together with my husband and 4 kids. We do gardening, house cleaning, all the homesteading stuff, baking bread, experimenting with gluten-free foods for one of our kids, animals, and the like. So if you like that kind of stuff, stay tuned and welcome to our channel. Welcome back to Lydia's Plate. Today I'm making flour tortillas Mennonite style. It's just flour, salt, and lard. You cut that together and then add some hot water. So every once in a while here I'm going to slow the camera down and speed it back up. That way you can see the real time and it won't get too boring, hopefully. I want you to be able to see close up what I'm doing for those who have never done this before and are maybe a little hesitant or just apprehensive about trying something new, because I know that feeling too. So I have found that if this dough is kneaded for a good 8 minutes, it holds together as tortillas later, much better. So I'm just going to knead this and the dough will all come together. So as you can see here, it has picked up all those little bits that were laying around on the island, and I'm still trying to pull together any more that I find here and there. And the dough is just picking it all up. It's not sticky anymore. It's getting easier and easier to work with. I have used 100% whole wheat flour here for these, but you can use whatever flour you like. I have not tried with spelt flour yet, just all-purpose and all-purpose unbleached and whole wheat, so just regular flours I've used. But the next time I make these, I would like to try with spelt flour. I'm just running out and wasn't sure that I would have enough. So here's an example, a close-up of how I'm kneading this. And I'm using a couple different methods here throughout this clip. Right now I'm just folding it over and pushing down with my palm, and then my arm gets tired of doing that, so then I switch and I alternate between both hands. I'm just kind of rolling the dough around and getting all the different angles of it so all of it gets worked really well. This, I have learned, will help make your tortillas pliable later. They'll be tougher, not like tough in a bad way, but tough in a good way, like they won't just rip on you when you want to roll them up. So there we go, they've come together, and now I'm just cutting them into little balls so that we're getting closer and closer to the point of the actual tortillas. I want bigger tortillas, kind of like the 8 or 10 inch that you would see in the store, but I have definitely made the smaller ones too. When I make 8 to 10 inch size, I generally get between 12 and 15 tortillas out of a batch. when I make smaller tortillas, like I think it's about 6 inches, I often get about 24, maybe a couple more, but on average 24 tortillas out of a batch. So here we go. I'm putting some flour down and then rolling the tortillas out. Sometimes I try to get a little stingy with the flour and not use too much, but that often ends up biting me in the butt because then the tortilla dough wants to stick to my island and then it gets messed up and it rips and it pulls in funny ways. It just doesn't roll out nicely. So I have found the lesser of the two evils is just using enough flour when I'm rolling them out. I am by no means a professional, which is partly why I wanted to start making videos like this, because I want people to be able to see that you don't have to be a professional, you don't have to be a gourmet cook in order to make good food and in order to be able to conquer different types of food. When I first started making these, I didn't know about working the dough for 8 minutes and that would help them be more pliable and tougher. So we had quite a few tortillas homemade that were very flaky and they were still delicious, but they weren't as easy to work with. They didn't freeze as well because they broke more easily, all that kind of stuff. So I've learned as I've gone along, and I just want to be able to teach what I've learned to others who would like to start trying to make more things at home. Now we're going to fly through here and get these all made. I'm also wanting to make sure that I use enough flour here so that as my stack grows and gets heavier, the tortillas will not start to stick to each other and become one big blob, because then I have not accomplished what I need to and I'll just have more work again. But this is working really well and I'm really happy with how they turned out. So now once this last one is done, we can move on to frying them. They don't take very long, and I have made these tortillas in the past and not fried them if I was going to be baking them anyways as burritos or quesadillas, anything like that. But it really is best, I've found, to fry them a little bit. And the more I've done it, the better I've gotten at it, so I'm more comfortable with it now, and it just gets easier. Again, here I'm going to give you a close-up of one so that you can see exactly what it should look like or what you can expect. I do have a few seconds in between here and there to stir my meat and get a few other things ready. I think each side takes about 30 seconds, and the first one always takes a little bit longer unless you have your pan all the way preheated, which I did not. I was busy making tortillas and did not stop or think to stop and get my pan preheated. So this one's going to take a little bit longer, but that's okay because I have a lot of other stuff to get ready for supper in the meantime. Now as these bubbles come up, I just pop them. It doesn't bother me, it's no big deal. I think that's normal. And I'm just going to keep going here until my stack is all fried. Somewhere along the way here you will see that I spent a little too much time getting other parts of supper ready, and the tortillas did get a little dark on the bubbles because that is then the main spot touching the heat of the frying pan, but we did not taste that when we were eating our burritos. So if yours happen to get a little dark sometimes, don't worry about it. It's not ruined. Hope is not all lost. There we go, we are till the last one. This has gone very quickly, and I'm just about ready to start assembling my supper. I hope that you have learned something new here, or that this video has helped you. Maybe you'll be ready to give tortillas a try, and here's a shot of how easily they rolled up, how well they worked. So please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, hit the bell if you want to be notified every time we post a new video. And I'll also leave you a snapshot at the end of this of what my plate looked like for supper. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.